this video, I'm breaking down key takeaways and key lessons from my first 25 videos here on YouTube. This is about learning, it's about improving, and it's about being consistent. This is not necessarily about going viral. So as I walk down my own memory lane and share some of these lessons, I hope it's also helpful for you and in your journey with some practical, actionable steps that you can include in your process. I completed my first 25 videos on YouTube in pretty much exactly 6 months. The day I published the 25th video was just about exactly 6 months to the day since I published the very first video. So overall, in that 6 months, 25 videos, I also had 13 shorts. Of my 25 videos, I had 2 videos that hit viral status, and that's viral status for the size of my channel and what was average in terms of views and audience engagements and comments and likes compared to all of my other videos. And my top video, the one that got the most engagement, the most views, the most watch time hours, that was my video, Keep Posting on YouTube, even if nobody is watching. This video has continued to perform really well. So overall, during the 6 months and during the time that I published the 25 videos, I had a total of 19.4 thousand views. So these are some of the high-level stats from my first 25 videos on YouTube. Now, the first lesson is that starting is the hardest part. I'm sure you don't feel like that if you're about to get started yourself now, or if you've started already and you're thinking back to your journey when you were just beginning. Those first few videos are the most uncomfortable. We're wondering, how do we sound? How do we look? We're overthinking what gear we need, how ready we are. We're giving ourselves all these reasons not to start. Take it from me, you'll never feel ready, but starting builds momentum. At the very beginning, we're all overthinking all the different components in the process of creating a video. Do we have the right equipment? Do we have the right topics? Will people be interested? So many different questions are in our minds. But one thing for sure is that clarity comes from taking action. Clarity doesn't come when you wait for the perfect moment. It will be tempting to continue to wait, give yourself all the different excuses. But it's really when you're in motion, you're creating the content, you're putting it out there, you're getting feedback, you're learning and you're improving. That's the only way to get to your end goal. These are my first videos. Most of them are about product management. And because I have a background in product management and I knew the space, I had also created content on other platforms around product management. It was a comfortable place for me to start here on YouTube. Number 2, you'll improve with every upload. The difference between video number 1 and video 25 will be noticeable. There'll be so many different things throughout your process that you'll have a chance to improve. Your editing will become smoother, speaking will be a lot more natural, and your ideas will flow more easily. As you create more videos, you'll start to hone in your workflow, you'll start to hone in your own voice, and you'll develop your own style. Number 3, quantity leads to quality. Now, this doesn't mean that you put anything out there. I'm still a huge believer in having quality content that you're sharing with your audience. However, this is also a numbers game. The more you create, the more content you have out there, the more that you create opportunities to learn. During that process, you'll get to see what works and what doesn't work. So don't aim for perfection. Aim to finish, publish, and reflect. You have to push that button and get your content out there. That's the only way you'll get feedback. Each video has the opportunity to teach you something. So always think about what one thing you can do and improve in every single video that you create. Improvement can happen as long as you're creating, even when you're not getting many views. You're still going through the process of going from idea to production and ultimately sharing it out there with your audience. In this video titled Keep Posting Quality versus Quantity on YouTube, I talk about the balance of the two, prioritizing quality even when you're looking to publish more videos. And around this same time, I also created some additional content that could be helpful for small creators, providing a perspective on content strategy and also some motivational content to help small YouTubers and to keep them going. Number 4, your ideas get sharper over time. You'll start noticing patterns in what you enjoy talking about and what your audience responds to. Initially, I came in with certain topics that I knew I wanted to talk about, but not all of them worked out well. Some of these ideas flopped, and then there were other topics that I had low expectations for that surprised me and did well. The idea here is to use your first 25 videos to test, Try different things, explore and experiment, and see what the data tells you. Use it as an opportunity to figure out exactly which topics you'll focus on, whether it's multiple topics or one topic, and use that to define what your niche is. This is a video that I created titled, "What Happened When I Didn't Keep Posting on YouTube." This was around a time when there were many popular videos that told small YouTubers to keep posting. Well, in my case, I ran into a period of a month and a half where I didn't post anything. And so I took my own story and came back to YouTube and created this video about some of the challenges that I had with trying to keep posting. And this resonated really well with my audience. So many other people felt the same way. And so this was an example of doing something that makes sense, tailoring an idea based on your own experience to bring it forward to your audience. And this video continues to perform well for my channel. Number 5, titles and thumbnails matter more than you think. Good content just will not get viewed if people don't click. I've had to learn this myself. When I started, some of my titles and my thumbnails were way too wordy. So I've learned to improve my own process, and I'm still learning. So if you're just getting started, look at what other creators are doing. Review videos that are successful. See how they're creating their titles. See how they're creating their content. And use some of those techniques in your own process to figure out what works. You'll learn how to better package your content and optimize it with things like your thumbnails and your wording for your titles. This all gets better with practice. Here's an example of where I started with my thumbnails on YouTube compared to what I upgraded to once I learned more. So you can see that early thumbnail has a lot of text on it, a lot of different words, whereas the thumbnail on the right has less text. It's a lot more pointed. It's more crisp and clear. So the audience gets a sense right away as to what I'll be delivering in this video. And the outcome also speaks to the effectiveness. In the old thumbnail, I only had about 119 views, whereas with the revised thumbnail, I have over 10,000 views on that video. Number 6, you'll build confidence by showing up. The act of consistently creating content helps build trust in yourself, but also in your audience. Confidence on camera takes time, but it's something that can be learned. For myself, I know I've gotten so much more calm and confident on camera. I have a better sense of where to look. So now I'm not just looking at the screen, but I'm also looking directly into the camera. All of these different techniques can be improved over time. At the end of the day, when you're more calm, when you're more confident, when you're more focused, your authenticity comes through. And that's something that your audience can always see. Number 7, prioritize engagement over vanity metrics. A small group of people who are engaging with your content and loyal is more meaningful than a high view count with no comments. This is something that YouTube pays attention to. How many people are engaging with your content? How many people are interacting? Once the algorithm sees that people are engaging with your content, then it will share it and push it out to more people. But first, you need to have that engagement. So when people comment on your videos, make sure you take the time to interact with them. Ask them questions. Give them a reason to come back. Start building that trust. Your audience is made up of real people, so make sure you treat them that way. I know I've personally been blown away by the amount of information people will share with me and the depth that they'll go into when they leave a comment, sharing about their own journey, sharing what they're challenged with, all because I made the decision to create content and put a video out there. If you continue to give and proactively and freely give, your audience will return the same. So make sure that you are proactive with investing in your audience and building engagement first. Number 8, you'll learn to work smarter. Over time, you'll get faster at filming, editing, and uploading. You'll develop different techniques, systems, and templates that help you. One of the things I've learned is how important it is to keep it simple. How do I go from ideas to recording in the shortest number of steps? I've simplified my recording. Right now, I have my phone, I have my microphone, I'm sitting next to a window for lighting, and I have my bullet points next to me on my computer. And that's it. I've adopted a process of batch recording, so this is my second video that I'm filming in this one sitting. Once the videos are recorded, then it's a matter of just editing it and getting it uploaded. Of recording in bulk, it just makes it easier. I'm only setting up one time. I'm only preparing all the materials and scripting that I need and getting myself together. I'm only doing those things one time. Versus if I were to split the videos and record them separately, then now I have to do each of those things multiple times. So you'll learn what's taking you time in your process and which things can be simplified and which ones can be optimized. Time is one of the biggest constraints that limits people when it comes to content creation. So if you can figure out how to manage your process, how to manage your time, this will limit any blockers you have in your way when it comes to getting content out of your head and getting it out there on the platform to your audience. In this video, I can't upload 3 videos per week as a new YouTuber. I explored some of the challenges that I was having with getting to 3 videos. Of course, I wanted to be committed, I wanted to be consistent, but I had some very real blockers, which I outlined in the video, and then developed some tactical approaches of how I can solve these. These were things that were costing me time and efficiency, so I wanted to make sure that I named these things and then I had very pointed ways of resolving them. Number 9, you start thinking like a creator. You'll begin to see content ideas everywhere, in conversations, in articles, in your own experiences. Unlike before, where you would have been trying to catch up to come up with new ideas, you'll have an idea of what you want to create way in advance. You'll start planning and thinking in terms of what will be helpful for your audience and how it will be beneficial and valuable to them. You'll start thinking of things you can do differently, different series, for example, or a different challenge you might have for your audience. You'll notice that your mindset starts to shift from perfection to progress. I've gone through this myself. Now, what I measure is the fact that I'm showing up, I'm creating content, and I'm publishing the content. I'm not overly focused on how perfect it is. I know my editing isn't perfect. I know what I say isn't always precise, but I've chosen to overlook these things in the name of progress and having content out there. If it's not out there, I can't get feedback. If it's not out there, I can't grow. So I hope this is also helpful for you to keep this in perspective. And lastly, number 10, content is for everyone. I truly believe that no matter who you are, content is relevant in your life. In the world that we live in today, with so many things being digital, it's important to create your own brand, to have your own perspective, and to share that with the world. Whether you're doing it on a personal level, but even on a professional level at work, it's important to tell your story. Sometimes your work does not speak for itself. Sometimes you have to speak and promote your work. And content all ties into this. If you have to do a presentation, if you have to prepare a resume, if you're looking to network with people, all of these different things require you putting information together and presenting it out into the world. And so going through this process here on YouTube, learning how to get your ideas and format it in a way that it's digestible, people can relate to it, people can understand it, you can rally a community around it. These are very important skills that are not only valuable here on this platform, but are valuable in so many other arenas in our lives. So if you've wanted to create content or you've started on your journey, keep going. Use this as an opportunity to get your thoughts out there. Use your voice. Use this platform. Share knowledge with other people. Help them improve with their own goals. And at the same time, you're also improving in this process and achieving your own goals. I truly believe that by creating content and by being here on this platform, we can tap into our higher potential. And the amazing thing about it is that we can make this look however we want it to look. If you want to just create content here, if you want to create additional digital products related to that, if you wanted to coach people outside of the platform, those are all different options and it's up to you to decide. But first you have to show up. You have to create and you have to push publish. Thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you found it valuable. The first 25 videos are about building the habit and the foundation. Don't chase numbers, chase improvement, chase progress. If you can commit to 25 videos, you're well ahead of most people who stopped at video number 3. And keep going. You're not just building videos, you're building something valuable for the long term. If this resonates with you, I would love to hear in the comments. Where are you in your journey? Have you started on your 25 videos? These are my first 25 videos. I started creating content around product management when I first started my YouTube channel. I created this video here about what if YouTube changed my life since I was just getting started. Then I had this video to encourage others to keep posting on YouTube, and this one did really well. And based on the audience I attracted with this video, I then created some others that were motivational for small YouTubers and those who are just getting started. And then beyond that, I wanted to expand with the additional topics I wanted to cover on my channel. This channel is about versatility. Here, I expanded to people like myself who also have multiple interests and have to find a way to manage everything. As I continue to learn more about the process of creating content here on YouTube, I had this video, which was around quality versus quantity. I wanted to also get into some career content. So this one talks a little bit about creating your own opportunities to get a job. Then the holiday season was coming up, and I wanted to publish these videos about visiting Christmas markets in Europe during the holiday season. So this was both in Munich and in Salzburg, Austria. And then after that, I had a while where I didn't post for a month and a half. And then I eventually came back with this video about what happened when I didn't keep posting because I still saw that my channel continued to grow. Then after that, I created this more personal video about why I started on YouTube in the first place and some of the context of things that were going on in my life at the time. Then I went back to some career content. So a couple of these videos are about skills and AI and what this means for humanity at work. I also had my own challenges with continuing to be consistent. So this video here about why I can't upload 3 videos per week was one that talked a little bit about that, along with some of the blockers that I encountered and my approach to solving them. And then this last video here to round out my 25 was around preparing for AI. So these are the first 25 videos that I created on YouTube within a 6-month period. Before you leave, I would love it if you would check out another video. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.